Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. How are you? I hope you are well and having a fantastic week. If you are not already a subscriber, then please go ahead, click the link down below and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So in this video, I just wanted to share with you a few books that I have read recently that I just absolutely have loved. And maybe you would love them too. So I just kind of wanted to share what they are with you in the hope that, yeah, maybe you should check them out and see if they inspire and encourage you too. And the first one is this one, and this is I'm Possible by Jeremy Cowart, and he's upside down as well. Is Jeremy there, but that is the actual way that the picture is. So this is a book by Jeremy Cowart, who is a very well-known photographer. He's taken pictures of a ton of celebrities. He's done some amazing work. He's traveled to some amazing places. And honestly, he's just an amazing guy. An all-round amazing guy. He's not just a photographer. I actually came across him because a friend of mine recommended I check out his Purpose Hotel. The Purpose Hotel is a hotel that Jeremy wants to build and that is going to build, starting off in Nashville, Tennessee, and everything to do with the hotel, as it says, has a purpose. And it's just so amazing. It's like, even, you know, the room that you stay in, there'll be a picture of the person that the money is going towards that you're sponsoring. So if you're sponsoring a young child, there'll be a picture of that child outside that room. Everything in the hotel is sourced from another country where they are making them specifically for you, you know, maybe like a third world country and things like that. And obviously we know everything is supplied from somewhere, but this particular hotel has so much meaning and so much depth to it. It's just, it's outstanding. Honestly, it's absolutely outstanding. And the reason why a friend of mine recommended Jeremy to me to check him out is because of my women's home, because as some of you know, I have an 8-bedroom house that I'm turning into a women's home, and I want to do a crowdfunding campaign to be able to do the work on the house, to be able to buy the house outright and do the work on the house so that I can support women in need. And so my friend recommended that I check out Jeremy's crowdfunding campaign, which is, you know, it did phenomenally well. He raised, I think it was just under $1 million, maybe 700,000-800,000, something like that, which is quite incredible. And he, you know, he's shown the artwork and as to what the hotel visually is going to look like, and it's just incredible. So Jeremy is a Christian, and this book is just so encouraging. It's like there's miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle. And as I was reading it, I was like, can I have some of those miracles, please, Lord? Can I have some? It's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And I am just so inspired by this book. Honestly, I am so inspired by this book. It says here, my belief in my capacity was bigger than my fear, you know, and I'd never say no to a project or idea simply because I thought I couldn't do it. And that's something similar to what one of the other books I'm going to talk about in a minute. He says something similar to that as well. So that really resonated with me, when at times we get these opportunities, and because we don't know how to do them in that present moment, then we just let them go. When it's like, no, you can figure it out. It's like Marie Forleo, you know, her new book, Everything is Figure Outable. You can figure it out. But you have to be bold and brave enough to take that step, to take that leap, to say, okay, I'm going to accept this responsibility, this opportunity. I really want to do this. And I promise you can figure it out as you go. It's all about those small steps. And he also says, I can see now how the biggest dreams are the sum of 100 smaller dreams. I see how every holy possibility is the culmination of so many little decisions. In that way, I guess you could say that dreams and possibilities are the products of faithfulness. And that really encouraged me. It really, really did, because everything's about small steps. and you don't get from A to Z in one fell swoop. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's all those little steps that you take, that you are faithful to, that you say, yes, I'm going to do this, yes, I'm going to pursue this, and take those daily steps to reach that bigger dream. So this was definitely one of my favorite books of the year, for sure. And I loved it so much that I actually I know Jeremy does photo shoots every month in his studio in Nashville, and because I was going to be in Atlanta, I just had to go. I just had to fly over there to meet him. I just had to. I'm just so inspired. I'm so inspired. So I'm not 100% sure when this video is going to go up, but I might have already met him or not or whatever. But obviously I'll keep you in the loop with what happens. But this book is just, if you want to be inspired and encouraged, especially if you're a Christian, check out this book, Jeremy Cowart, I'm Possible. Okay, next up is this book, and this is by Gerald Washington, and this is Don't Just Start a Business, Build an Empire. Yes, I love that. I absolutely love that. Gerald Washington is such an empire builder. He is just incredible. I know him through Patrice Washington, who is she's my coach, and she is just awesome. So between the two of them, they are just powerhouses, quite incredible. They just have the most amazing insights and wisdom and knowledge, and oh my gosh. So when Patrice mentioned that Gerald was bringing out this book, I was like, yes, because my mindset has always been that kind of empire building mode, even though I'm still kind of pretty much, you know, a one-man band, and now I do have a bit more support, but I've always had this grandeur vision of 7 different companies and branching out into all sorts of different things, you know, fashion and beauty, and having my own ranges and my own this and that and whatever. So I obviously started with property, with the 8 houses. But I know that that's just one source of income, and that's very dangerous. You know, you do have to have more than one source of income. And so I just love this book. It's such a good book. And one of the things I even said to Patrice was, I feel like Gerald's one of these people who he doesn't mince his words. No, I don't think there's no fluff. Let's just get straight to the point. No need to, you know, overthink it and repeat yourself 50 million times. Let's just get straight to the point in the book. And that's exactly what he does with this book, gets straight to the point. And I just love it. So I just mentioned about Jeremy there, talking about opportunities and taking opportunities. And Gerald says the same thing here as well. I don't believe in letting checks go, and neither should you. Find a way to take advantage of opportunities when they come along. And it was interesting because it says here as well, I don't believe in saying no to an opportunity just because you don't have time to move on it. You can innovate, delegate, outsource, or partner with someone to get the job done. And as I was reading that, an opportunity came my way. And initially I wasn't going to take it because I was like, I'm not quite sure. I know a little bit of how to do what they wanted, but I didn't know fully how to do it. And I just said, you know what? I'm interested in doing it. If you want me to do it, I'll figure it out. And it was purely because I had read this in Gerald's book that I actually jumped on that opportunity. So thank you, Gerald. And there's just so many nuggets. I've got so many pages that are all highlighted. This one here, which is really kind of like me, it says about your gifts, monetizing your gifts. And it says about doing the things that come so easily that you might think it's common sense or just not very valuable. Now, I don't know if that's you, but that is definitely me. I'm raising my hand. I'm one of these people who I really do struggle to ask for the money because I'm never quite sure, well, why would people pay me? I don't even do anything that special, you know? And it's just like, it's just common sense what I do. It's not that difficult. So it's, you know, if you're anything like me, where you just maybe struggle to see your value a little bit and to really understand that you do know stuff. You have achieved a lot. You are valuable. You need to understand your worth. And I can honestly tell you today that I feel like I am really getting there. I honestly do. I feel like I can see so much clearer than I could at the beginning of the year, and that's thanks to Patrice and all the people that I've met along the way around her, including Gerald, and reading books like this, and I just honestly love books like this because this is my mindset as well with regards to building an empire. I always say Richard Branson is the only person in the world who's built $7 billion companies in 7 different industries. And I'm like, yes, Richard, yes, I can do that. I know I can. I don't need to necessarily do 7, but even 1 would be good. And I know I can do it. So it's just so encouraging when you read these kind of books. And he also talks about when you can, you should help people develop the means to create their own wealth. Building an empire will require you to have employees, and I can't overstate the importance of creating jobs for people. Not everyone wants to be the owner. There are plenty of qualified, talented people who will forever appreciate the opportunities you give them. Make sure you prioritize the development of your team so they get more from their time with you than just a paycheck. And that's probably where I'm at the moment, is the fact that I am building my team. So I have a CFO now, I have an assistant, and it's been fantastic because not only is it someone to share the ideas with, somebody to get excited about what you're doing, and to see the things that you can't see. It's just so wonderful. So yeah, I've really enjoyed reading this. So definitely check this out. This is Gerald Washington's Don't Just Start a Business, Build an Empire. And this is especially for you women as well, because I know there's a lot of women out there that want to start businesses and want to create their own thing. Obviously fantastic to even have that idea and that concept to want to do that, but don't be afraid to think bigger than beyond the business as well. So how can you scale the business? How can you exit out of the business as well? Because that's one of the things that we're looking at. In the 7 different businesses that we're starting at the moment, there'll also be, exit strategies out of them. If I decide I no longer want to do that part, then we've created it strong enough without me that we can sell it on. So yes, this is another book that I would definitely recommend. So I'll leave the links down below, obviously, to all the books. But yeah, I love this book by Gerald Washington. Okay, and then the final book for today is this one. And this is a book by Patricia Bright, Heart and Hustle. And if you don't know Patricia, she is a YouTuber, blogger, and she is amazing. She's super funny. She's had a YouTube channel for years, but over the last few years, it has exploded. I think last time I checked, she was on something like 2.5 million, maybe 3 million even now. She grew. Once she got over 1 million, all of a sudden she was close to 3 million. It was quite incredible. And this book has been out a little while, but it's got some really good little nuggets in there. If you're looking to as she says here, use your passion, build your brand, achieve your dreams, then this book is an interesting one, especially if you want to use like YouTube and social media and things to be able to do it. And yeah, I like her spirit. I did actually get to meet her when we were shooting a L'Oreal campaign. She was shooting with the Beauty Squad and I was shooting the Revitalift campaign. So I briefly got to have a bit of a conversation with Patricia, and she was just so lovely. Such a nice lady, so lovely. And she's just super funny. If you've never seen her videos, then I'll leave a link down below to go and check out her channel, because she has these videos now where she's like buying stuff. It's just like this mega haul where she spends like hundreds or thousands on some random brand or eBay or something, and she's trying all these clothes on. And it's just hilarious. So it's like her trying them on, and it's like, what even is this that she's that she's wearing. It's just madness. But yeah, she's super funny. She's lovely. And this book is great. This book is so interesting. She's got some great tips in here. What does she say here? It says, just gives you a little bit of insight with regards to, if after a few months you're still not seeing traction, it's time to switch up your strategy, but be honest with yourself. Are you producing the best possible content? Are you really connecting with your subject matter? Are you posting consistently and frequently? You need to tweak what you're doing and see what works, and then tweak a little bit more. Pay attention to the reaction you're getting online. So I think that's really key, because I think a lot of us just throw up content and just hope for the best, and we don't really even analyze what's going on to see, oh, now why did that get a bit more likes than this? Because I think probably for most of us, if you put up a picture of yourself and you're in the picture, it generally gets more likes than if you just put up a picture where you're not in it, and if it's just a quote or an image or something like that. So it's understanding the little nuances behind building a brand. And she says everything is about the little changes, the small steps forward when no one is looking. Again, what I was talking about, it's about those small steps. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with why you're not where you hope to be, why you're not further ahead. You just have to know, as long as you're taking those small steps, as long as you're doing something, as long as there is some momentum, that you will get there. You really will get there, and don't get frustrated. We all do it. It's easy for me to sit here and say don't do it, because I get frustrated too, where you feel like you're putting in the work and you're just not getting anywhere. So I just want to encourage you with that it is all about those small steps, and you just have to keep going. And she says there are also times in our life when we will need to look inward rather than to an outside source of support. And that is key as well. It's important to be surrounded by the right people. It's important to have a group of people that uplift you, that motivate you, that inspire you, that, keep you moving. But sometimes in life, it's more, you have to find that within, because there'll be times where you want to ring somebody because you're frustrated and down and no one's answering. No one's picking up the phone. And you have to look within, and you have to find that strength from within. So I think it's interesting that she mentioned that as well. So it's very important to have the outside, support, but it's also important to work on the inside, your inner strength as well. So yeah, this is great. Obviously, if you're interested in being a lifestyle YouTuber, blogger, things like that, then this is fabulous. But even just in general, just for general life, for general business, there's lots of great tips in here as well. So yeah, this is Heart and Hustle by Patricia Bright. And that's it for my book club recommendations. Leave me a comment down below if you have read any of the books, or if there are any books that you recommend that I should go and check out. I really do need to do a lot more reading. I'm getting a little bit lazy when it comes to reading, so I definitely need to read a lot more. So if you've got any recommendations of what I should be reading next and what you'd like me to review, then leave a link down below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, and also subscribe. Click the link and subscribe to the channel, and I will leave all the links to the books down below so you can go and pick them up when you're ready. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.